Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy. Yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy. Take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy. It's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free. That's my name. Go ahead, say it. Put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old. Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm a VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing on a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday evening? Man, it is so good to see all of you fine people. Hey, Max, how you doing? Hey, good to see you, Max. You damned furry. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh, it is a crazy, crazy world we live in, and you have no idea how crazy it is until you start reading this. Good evening, XOXO. Good to see you, Kippy. Good to see you, Max Lab. And we also got good evening, good evening. More of you fine folks. So go to be here. So go to be here. Well, that's good. Be right back. Cat needs water. That could be really dirty. Shut up. Yes. Hello, hello. Was on tugs, but Shizzy is first for me. Oh, well, I appreciate you. And a fallen hero coming in with a gifted membership. You just like hearing the song. That's what it is. Here we go. This is just for you.
Welcome to the shit
yes.
show.
Every single day. A new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and 4 more days of ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Thank you so much. And Sweet Fly, my avatar is ready for your letters. Oh, yes. I love it. Thank you so much, Sweet Fly. Oh, we got a couple of letters today, and one of them is going to probably be more interesting than the other. I just want you to know that it's going to be pretty brutal, so you're not going to want to miss that. But that will be a little bit later on. We've got a document that was done. Well, actually, we have a couple. It looks to me, and let me see if I can pull this particular one up really quick because it came in, and I'm sure there's some more that I'm missing. But this particular document that came in is right here, and I believe this is case 2. Yes, I believe that is correct. Here it is. Present, share screen. Let me pull this thing up right here. This matter is before the courts on plaintiff's motions for leave to amend complaint to substitute party. Ducey and Helm do not oppose the motion. Hughes, Cook, Preston, Lee have responded in opposition. For the reasons below, the motion will be granted. Amazing, huh? This litigation began on February 23rd, 2025, but plaintiffs Hales filed a complaint against 10 people. Lynette, John, Ducey, Lisa Lee, Marla Hughes, Patty Plummer, David Helm, Robert Kesey, David Tashadors, and John Doe, a.k.a. Bonecrusher, 1 at 1-14. On April 9th, 2025, the court granted defendant Helm motion for a more definitive statement. Doc 16 ordered plaintiffs Hales to file an amended complaint within 21 days. Doc 17 plaintiffs filed an amended complaint on April 28th, 2025. The amended complaint dropped Patty Plummer as a defendant, added paint chips as a defendant, and left the other 9 unchanged. The amended complaint contains 16 counts, including claims for malicious prosecution, tortious interference with business relationships, civil conspiracy, statutory sexual cyber harassment, deceptive trade practices under Florida law, and false advertising under the Lanham Act. Several defendants have moved to dismiss the amended complaint for failure to state a claim. Plaintiffs now seek to file a second amended complaint to substitute Bone Break as part of the defendant in place of John Doe. 61 at 1. 63 at 1. Plaintiffs state that their ongoing investigation revealed his correct identity. Also, it shows that Elephant Shoe was joined as the second plaintiff, 1-3. Aside from substituting parties' names, the proposed Second Amendment complaint lists the same counts and otherwise appears identical to the amended complaint. Now, for as far as the discussion goes, the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure governs pretrial amendments to the complaint. The 21-day deadline for amending the complaint without court approval has come and gone, allowing the amendment without court approval if filed no later than 21 days after service of the filing of a responsive pleading or Rule 12b or E motion. Plaintiffs therefore may amend the complaint only with the opposing party's written consent or the court's leave. Because several defendants have not consented, plaintiffs require the court's leave to file a second amended complaint. A court should freely give leave when justice so requires. Leave to amend is not an automatic right. Instead, the decision whether to grant leave to, and in adding substituting Bone Break for John Doe, the proposed Second Amendment complaint clarifies the defendant. Lisa Weeks is actually named Lisa Lee. Grant leave, or Fleasa, I guess is the best way to put it. Instead, the decision whether to grant leave for amended complaint is within the sole discretion of the district court. And it basically gives the rules behind this, but unless a substantial reason exists to deny leave to amend, the discretion of the district court is not broad enough to permit denial. Of the potential grounds on which leave can be granted or denied, perhaps the most important factor and the most frequent reason for denying leave to amend is that the opposing party will be prejudiced if the movement is permitted to alter his pleading. He's not. Explaining that the most important factor considers whether grant and deny leave is prejudice to the opposing party. Courts typically find undue prejudice when the amendment unfairly affects the defendants in terms of preparing their defense to the amendment. Here, other than correcting names, the proposed Second Amendment complaint appears identical to the currently operative amended complaint. Such minor and non-substantive changes to the operative complaint do not unfairly affect the defendants in terms of preparing their defense to the amendment. In fact, there is no indication that the allegations in the proposed Second Amendment complaint arise out of subject matter different from what was set forth in the amended complaint or raise significant new factual issues. Rather, the proposed Second Amendment complaint simply corrects names of individuals who are listed as defendants in this case. Thus, defendants have not shown that they will be unfairly prejudiced if plaintiffs are granted leave to file the proposed Second Amendment complaint, stating that district courts, blah, 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 more court stuff like legalese. Prejudice to the moving party is not the only factor courts consider when determining whether to allow leave to amend. Oh, somebody sent me some love. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, I must also say thank you very much to Deborah. I thank you twice over. You have been absolutely wonderful, and I thank you. Undue delay may also clearly support denying leave to amend. Defendants do not argue, and the court does not find any undue delay to support denying plaintiffs leave to amend. Given the early stages of the proceedings, defendants have not shown that allowing plaintiffs to amend the complaint would delay the litigation, nor have defendants shown that the minor amendments would put them to added expense and the burden of a more complicated and lengthy trial. Accordingly, the court also finds no undue delay in justifying denying leave to amend. Lastly, the opposing defendants argue that this case is a frivolous example of lawfare, and they claim that the allegations against Mr. Bonecrusher are based on false allegations and lies. Despite defendants' claims that the allegations are false and contrived, at this stage, the court is required to assume that allegations in the complaint are true. This is not the time or the place to decide the merits of the dispute. Extremely narrow issue before the court today is simply whether plaintiffs can file an amended complaint to correct names. Given this minor correction, the fact that the proposed second amended complaint makes no substantive changes to the operative complaint, the motion to amend will be granted. Other words, all of you dumbasses, fuck you. And all your bullshit filings that you spent so much time on. And of course, it says it seeks to change the name of Defendant Pizza. What? Seeks to change the name of Defendant Pizza Hut of Florida, Inc. to Pizza Hut of America, Inc. as an example. The second amended complaint supersedes all prior complaints and will become the operative pleading in this case. In other words, what he's saying is once that amended complaint comes in, it's going to supersede all of the other complaint. Ordinarily, this would moot the pending motions to dismiss the previously filed amended complaint because the second amended complaint only changes the names of Bonecrusher Lee. The substantive issue raised in the pending motions to dismiss are applicable to the second amendment complaint. Thus, the court will exercise its discretion to consider the pending motions to dismiss as motions to dismiss the second amended complaint. And it's going to say, because the substantive allegations of the plaintiff's amended complaint remain unchanged, the court will treat the defendant's motion to dismiss as a motion to dismiss with the amended complaint. There you go. Properly named this action. Conclusion. For this reason above, is ordered that plaintiff's motion for leave to amend complaint to substitute party is granted. And within 2 days of the date of this order, plaintiffs must refile the second amended complaint, Doc 63-63-4, in a separate docket entry, requiring a proposed amended complaint to be separately docketed from motion to amend. Defendants Preston Lee must respond to the amended complaint within 7 days of it being refiled by plaintiffs. The pending motions to dismiss the amended complaint, 52, 53, 55, and 61, will be considered as motions to dismiss that second amended complaint. And it does say here also, Defendant Preston's response to the amended complaint was previously due on June 18th. Defendant Lee's response to the amended complaint was previously due on June 24th, 2025. And there is all of their fruitful work that we're going to read a portion of tonight, because why not? I mean, if you're going to rub in some salt, you might as well spit on it and rub it out really damn hard. So here we go. This is Defendant Fleasa's opposition to plaintiff's motion for leave to amend complaint to substitute party. This is what the judge denied. He said, no, you failed. Of course, you should be used to that. Comes now Defendant Fleasa respectfully submits his opposition to plaintiff's motion for leave to amend complaint to substitute party and states as follows. An introduction. Interesting. Well, this lawsuit is not a genuine pursuit of justice. It's just another episode of Jeremy Hill's ongoing campaign to manufacture controversy, cultivate outrage, and monetize conflict for the benefit of his YouTube channel. Evil Jeremy. Hales is a self-styled content creator. Self-styled because why would you use somebody else's style? Interesting. Has made a practice of instigating public disputes. You instigator, Jeremy. Shame on you. Recorded selectively edited encounters and then casting himself as the perennial victim before a large devoted online audience. His pattern is clear. Very clear. I tell you, you will go down for everything that you have done. We will not take it anymore. Shame on you. His pattern is clear, provoked, record, and then profit, using legal process as a mere backdrop for generating attention and financial support. Evil. The defendants in this case are not malicious conspirators. No, they are independent online commentators and critics who, like Jeremy himself, participate in the robust and often heated public discourse that thrives on social media platforms. Their statements, dun, 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 cited in Hale's amended complaint are merely plainly just matters of opinion, satire, rhetorical hyperbole, well within the norms of YouTube community, the First Amendment protections. Yes, we're not scamming anybody. Hale's true motive is not to vindicate his reputation, but to silence that criticism, control the narrative, and stoke the outrage that drives clicks and donations from his online following. Because you should be working for free. You work for me, Jeremy. How dare you? Just about anything but what. Yes, that's what content creators do. Is they take a bad situation and they make content out of it. It's amazing you figured this out just now. God, how else are you going to pay the bills? Recent events underscore this pattern. What recent events would those be? When a retired attorney and mother of four merely gave an interview to someone's critical of Hayes. What? Did I miss something? A retired attorney of four? Mother? Huh? What are you talking about? Is there somebody that's, is there somebody, I'm trying to, let me see. Let me double check here. Let me double check. Let's see. I see it's Jeremy Hales et al. And John Cook et al. I think there's only 10 defendants. Is she a mother of four? So who in the fuck are we talking about here? We're talking about a case. We're talking about this case right here, right? This case right here. Is Ray Bonebreak a mother of four? If you've been lying to us, Ray, you're actually a woman and a mother of four and a retired attorney. I am so confused. Oh, she's talking about Trippy Lippy. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense, but she's not part of this case. So why would she be talking about her? Makes no sense to me. She became the target of a coordinated harassment campaign by Hales and his followers. What? You guys targeted her and harassed her? How dare you? How dare anybody target and harass Lips? I mean, is it maybe that you slap back? That could be it. It could be something similar to that. When she responded with satirical, content exposing the truth. Satirical content exposing the truth. I'm trying to think, what satirical content? What truth? Oh, they're talking about the shit that she started up in like what was that, January that she started all that shit? Yeah, I mean the timeline makes no sense. I mean January, February, March, April, it doesn't matter. I mean she made a whole bunch of shit up that got spread around the internet. And wait, I'm pretty sure that sharing, oh yeah, I'm almost positive, I could be wrong on this, but I'm almost positive that sharing revenge porn across the internet is not satirical, and it's not true. Wow. My brain is starting to work here. Yeah, I'm waking up. It must be all the alcohol. Shame on me. Prompted celebrated on his channel. I don't know what she's talking about, but we'll give her the benefit of, nah, we'll mock her endlessly. When she responded with satirical content exposing the truth, Hales spun the story. Because, Hales, how can you do such a thing, you spinner? Looks a little big to be a spinner, but okay. Presenting himself as the aggrieved party and again mobilizing his audience against her. Maybe people saw something that was a little odd and creepy and slap back. Wait, what? Isn't this the same person that said she just now got involved in this? So what? Okay, and how does this matter with adding bone break to it? I'm confused. Or why you would object? Okay. The litigation before this court is no different. Litigation before this court. The only thing before the court is whether to allow bone break to be added as a defendant. Like nothing is changing in the lawsuit, as we just saw what the judge said. You're an idiot, I guess is the best way to put that. I mean, I wear a hard hat, helmet, I wear one of those things. Just ow. I just felt my brain rattle. That little peanut in there just bounced around. Sorry. What was I talking about? Who's my name again? Hales weaponized the court system, turning legal filings into fodder for his videos. Or how about he observed what was going on in court and talked about it? And who was the one that was doing all the filing? I hope I really hope that all of this goes into court filings. Oh, this is going to be interesting to see it at Bruce's hearing. Yeah, that's going to be really interesting to see. I gotcha. Hales has weaponized the court system, turning legal filings into fodder for his videos, while all while soliciting and receiving tens of thousands of donations. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't somebody receiving donations using a child? Didn't I think they were recently told to shut the fuck up too? I think they're involved in this case. Didn't I say something about this the other night? I'm pretty positive that I said something about this the other night, that they're using John and Michelle and a child to grift money, and they're not giving them that money. Oh, no, wait, no, they said they're giving it's I'm controlling the money. I got it. You're I got it. Fleasa's controlling the money in the situation. Yeah. This person that can't even file a document properly. Interesting. This is not the conduct of a wronged individual seeking justice. It's the calculated strategy. You're so calculated. You're so strategic of a digital provocateur. Do you even know what that word means? Exploiting the legal system for views, influence, profit. For these reasons, the court should view Hale's claim skepticism warranted. So adding bone break, skeptical, warranted. I don't think the judge agreed with you. Good evening. How you doing? How you doing, Libby? It's so interesting. Sir Frank Otter has been a member for 11 months. And thank you, Sir Frank Otter. It makes sense to me because you know Rico.
Welcome to the shit show.
I don't know who
Every
Rico is.
single day.
Who's Rico?
A
Rico
new
is
flavor
Slavic.
of fuckery, 'cause everybody's such, you see, and they're
Dumber than a bag of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and 4 more days of
increasingly
stupid,
ridiculous,
ignorant, bolder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Thank you, Frank. This is not conclusive of this case, but also others in Florida are experiencing Hale's conduct as stated by Lips McGee. Because she is attacking him now. And he responded. Oh my God. He's so vicious. Jeremy, how dare you? You responded. Ah. I never thought we'd get to it. So how does this relate to any of it? It doesn't. That's why the judge is like, huh? Judge probably looked at this and went, okay, I don't know what this is all about, but you're making my brain hurt. I mean, you've got the strings wrapped around the toothpicks that are stuck in the corkboard or corkboard, and you've just wrapped it all over the place. I mean, there is not a tinfoil hat that can protect you from this level of stupidity. Well, this plaintiff in this other case, okay, states the following that has nothing to do with this case whatsoever. Defendants are misleading the public while presenting themselves as advocates for transparency and truth. Let me get my lips right. Hey, something like this. Is that better? Has orchestrated a concerted scheme designed to manipulate viewers' analytics, silence and dissent, and financially benefit those who participate in his campaign. This operation is not a matter of speculation, it's a calculated effort that rewards loyalty to Hale. Is that good? That a pretty good one? With inflated followers. Yes, we have put a pump to their ass and we have inflated them. They look a lot like blow-up dolls. I don't understand those kinky little bastards. While punishing those who refuse to participate. You didn't take the inflation. I will hurt you for that. Every one of you will go down for not being inflated. Data analysis shows that creators... Wait, I haven't got it again. Let me get it. Something like this. Can we analysts show that creators who run the struggle of Hales, including negative hearts, they are relevant guy, and way well. I would get experience dramatic spikes in their online metrics soon after enjoying his circle of love and promoting his narrative. T42, you are not a new member at all, but welcome.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly
Diane.
stupid, ridiculous, ignorant,
Boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
all over again.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you, T42, for being a member. What? Dang, somehow my membership logged. Oh, lagged. Well, I'm back. Well, welcome back. They've experienced dramatic spikes in their online metrics soon after joining the circle of love and promoting his narrative. Or maybe they gave something that you're unable to offer. You know, I guess they maybe forgot about that they got more views on it because people found what they were talking about interesting. It's interesting because the people that went against the Hales, the people that started spewing how horrible Jeremy was and how horrible George was, and but they also got a big spike because they were talking about something that somebody was interested in. It's weird how that works, isn't it? As soon as someone started covering it, their views went from, what was it, 20, 30 views, maybe a few hundred followers, to how many now is it? So covering some stuff about Jeremy seems to be profitable to people. Amazing how that works. Maybe it's not Jeremy at all. Maybe it's they found something interesting to talk about rather than talking about, gemstones shaped like little dildos and crap like that. Maybe it was they were giving something that people found interesting. Whether you like it or dislike what they were talking about, maybe there was something interesting there. Weird how that works. I think that's why YouTube wants to push people like this. And so are we suing YouTube now because people are talking about content that they find interesting? Maybe this is why you suck so bad at YouTube, because you haven't figured this out yet. Maybe that could be why people suck so bad at it, is they haven't figured out that you're not offering anything that they find interesting. I mean, some people find Botox and, lip stretching interesting. But, those same people also find some pretty vile shit on the internet pretty interesting and entertaining. I mean, you would know about that, right? I've seen the pictures. The evidence indicates that the creators have been incentivized to support Hale's agenda. No, they've just been incentivized to actually just cover the story, cover the information, like it, love it, or not. Those who decline to participate or who attempt to expose the scheme have faced targeted harassment. See, I knew, if I remember, I noticed something about this because it didn't work, did it, Lips? It didn't work. It actually blew up in your face, sort of like that spray bottle, what was it? Dog dish, something like. It blew up in your face. It blew up in your face, didn't it? It blew up in your face because you tried to get people to go after Jay Hip. I remember that distinctly. That you organized a way to go have people attack Jay Hip. How did that work out for you? fucked your narrative, didn't it? It really fucked you bad because you knew you were going to file this, and oh man, it just bent you over. It didn't even use lube. It just went right in and blew up all over your face. It's like Oklahoma teapot. This pattern of behavior extends beyond simple online rivalry. It constitutes a systematic campaign to manipulate public opinion, stifle free expression. The coordinated use of fake accounts, cyber harassment, and intimidation tactics demonstrates an intention to suppress dissent and maintain control over the narrative. Really? So who was it that sent me an email yesterday trying to get me to shut up? Try to control the narrative. Try to control me. Try to scare me. Well, I've got something for you later. I'll get to you. The consequences of this scheme are far-reaching when public discourse is subject to manipulation through coordinated misinformation and intimidation. Misinformation. When did you start that channel again? When did you get involved in this discussion? When did you show the? Yeah. When did you start? When did you start that? Oh, yeah. We don't talk about that. The consequences of the scheme are far-reaching when public discourse is subject to that manipulation. Evidence supporting these claims. I don't understand. So she's spending. Wait, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3 pages. 3 pages of absolute nonsensical bullshit. Is that right? So 1, 2, 3. I'm confused. Evidence supporting these claims include what? Timelines, blah, 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 essential for the court recognized seriousness. Okay, this has nothing to do with it. Okay, so is this, I'm confused. So, wait. So you, I mean, I read documents all day long. I read documents all day long, but we also have this.
Welcome to the shit show.
Thank you. Thank you, Frankie, for saving me from my own, stupidity. It is beautiful. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Monday, bullshit, Tuesday, bullshit, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous,
ignorant, baldered, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. All over again. And just asking, gee, is this stuff shit? Stuff shit. 3, I'm seeing 23 pages. No, I'm looking at this, and the way this is written, the way that it's written is this is what Fleasa is saying that Leslie Lips Federdango put into her filing, was that after all of this, she goes through all of this, and then she says, plaintiffs seek to file a second amended complaint to substitute bone break in her filing. So wait, okay, Fleasa, I understand that intelligent thought escapes you, like so does, making money. These kinds of things escape your wee little mind. I mean, the only way you can make money is to steal it from somebody else. So I understand that these kinds of things escape you. But where in Lips's document, I mean, are you proud that you wrote this? Do you think people will give you kudos for your stupidity? Because I'm looking at this. This is ridiculous. When did she when when did Lips file this? Because I've read that document. I don't think this is in that document. I'm pretty sure it's not. I mean, it might be, but it's really weird that it's in this document and supposed to be in another document. I'm very confused. Very confused. Because that's a state case, not a federal case. So what, huh? She doesn't you pick up where BB left off? What, by stealing more money from the clients? I mean, well, I guess that's true. Somebody, I guess somebody has to take their money. Might as well be Fleasa. Plaintiffs have exceeded the service deadline. They had 90 days from the filing of the original complaint to serve the 10 of the 11 named defendants. I didn't know that she filed this and that too. If plaintiff fails to serve a defendant within the 90-day period, the district court must dismiss the action without prejudice. This is the defendant of other service. But you're an idiot. Ray's contact information was always available. Service always been made. His contact information was listed in the complaint from the outset. Service already been filed on the docket for him. Well, then you didn't read what the complaint was. You didn't read the amended complaint. Clearly, you are not only are you incapable of filing anything, you're incapable of reading anything. Wow. I mean, your level of stupidity is reaching new heights. I'm imagining right about now you're scraping your head across a brick wall, trying to figure out why it hurts so bad. It's not going to stop the itching. It's not going to stop the itching. Notably, plaintiffs filed this motion without requesting an extension of time to serve Ray and other 3 defendants, further undermining any claim that amendment is necessary justified at this late stage. Did you read anything? If Ray is properly served, he or his counsel can request to have his name corrected on the docket. Because I know so much about the law. Plaintiff's counsel can move to correct the name as was permitted earlier in this case. He has to do it in a motion, you fucking moron. Ray's background, the character of this lawsuit, lack of personal jurisdiction. Ray's background, what does that have to do with anything? Well, he's an 80-year-old disabled veteran who suffers from COPD and other health concerns. Wait a second. But wasn't it on pause? Go figure. Of course, she doesn't know how to read, but this next one is really interesting. If you think about this, Fleasa, good job. I want to give you kudos to this. I really want to give you big, serious kudos for this, because you know more about bone break than probably 90% of the internet does. That's pretty interesting, that because if you know this without him releasing, well, he would have had to release it, or else that'd be a HIPAA violation. Because you couldn't have found this out on your own. This would have been something that he would have had to disclose to you, which, congratulations, you just proved that you've been colluding with Bone Break the whole time. I guess you're going to have a hard time disproving what you just proved right here. Good job. Your level of stupidity is reaching new heights. I'm impressed. To add him to this lawsuit, which appears designed less to seek justice and more to silence anyone who differs in opinion from Mr. Hale's YouTube channel, to destroy reputation. This is wrong. This lawsuit has not only caused needless harm to those it targets. Needless harm? Why? Have you been communicating with Ray? I wonder if Ray would be willing to show all of those private communications that he's been having. I bet you leave him out of it, don't you? You little sly dog, you. Turning it into a personal stage for profit. Practical. Federal courts are not meant to be used for tools for intimidation or entertainment. Nope. She's got that right. They're not meant to be used for tools for intimidation or entertainment. Nor state courts. Florida does not have personal jurisdiction over Raymond G. Bonebreak. It actually does. That's why federal court. You're an idiot. But, of course, you didn't learn how to read past, what, high school? High school must have failed you miserably. Has no meaningful contacts within this state. It was subject. Wait, he has meaningful contacts with you. Are you saying that you're not meaningful to him? I think Ray would disagree. I think Ray thinks you're very meaningful to him. Personal jurisdiction requires this. Defendant have minimum contact with the forum state such that maintenance of the suit does not. He's already been added, so it fails again. Plaintiff's abuse of legal process and stall tactics against anti-solution. Yeah, we got you. The tongue is still talking. Oh, well, it's going to be hard for her to propose to me, Melissa. It'll be hard for her to propose to me. Tug Ray, welcome. Welcome, Tug Ray. Jeremy Hills has made it clear, even on his own YouTube channel, that he does not pay people to win on the merits. I'm sorry, my brain was short-circuiting because this is the same tired thing that we've heard time and time again. But to bankrupt those who oppose him. Made it clear. Made what clear? But he doesn't pay people to court to win on the merits. He said, no, people don't go to court to win on the merits. People don't sue other people to win on the merits. They sue people to destroy them. Maybe if they paid more attention. You know, you have to understand this same narrative they've probably been spending for the past, I don't know, what, year and a half, 2 years, however long that they've been going after Jeremy. He publicly stated he has no intention of mediating, and that the only way he will settle if Preston and Cook leave Otter Creek, Florida, and sign everything they owed over to him. See, you missed it again. You missed what he said yet again. You know what? I'll tell you what might help out. If you get the dicks out of your ears, you know, those things that are like slopping and coming out on the other side. Q-tips. Get those out of your ears. You might understand. That's not what he said. He said they have as great of a chance of me settling with them or mediating this than they would just be to pack up their stuff, leave Otter Creek with just the clothes on their back. And if you understood the meaning behind that, is saying he's not settling, you dumbass. It's called hyperbole. You know, that thing that you were talking about. He was saying the chances of them doing what I asked them to do is about the same chances they have of getting a settlement out of this or mediating this. That's what he said. And it had nothing to do with this case. It had to do with the first case. Got it? Maybe go back and watch it. This further demonstrates his true aim is not justice, but to obtain property he was unable to acquire himself and punish those with whom he disagrees. Moreover, defendant Lee believes this motion to amend is transparent stall tactic. Huh? Stall. No, it's been on hold, you idiot. This is common procedure. Which is supposedly handled expeditiously. Pending anti-slap. What pending anti-slap? Wait, what? Huh? Pending anti-slap. Motion. Where? What anti-slap motion? Wait, are you talking about the shit that you filed that the court already just said, huh? What? Plaintiff's repeated amendments and procedural maneuvers in this case or related case are not only waste of judicial resources, but also hold defendants' lives hostage by prolonging litigation and chilling their right to free speech. I think a fuse just blew in my head. In this circuit, recognize their inherent authority to prevent abuse of the judicial process, like what you're doing right now. Concerns about motives plaintiffs for the amendment. This is the plaintiff's second attempt to amend their complaint, given the timing after motions to dismiss the anti-slap motion have already been filed. Listen to me. Defendant Lee is concerned that plaintiffs are using this amendment as an opportunity to add new allegations. Well, the judge shot that bullshit down pretty quick. It's like, no, it's all the same thing. There's nothing that's changed from the first to the second. Nothing. Nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is the person that was added. The judge. It's too bad the judge had to tell you this. You could have just read that yourself, or else you probably would have been sort of like Bruce and Helm that said, yeah, go ahead. That's fine. I guess you thought you were going to get some sort of jab in there or something. Try it. I am looking so smart right now. Oh, how does he go? Yeah, you look really smart. When a plaintiff seeks to substitute defendant after statute of limitations is run, well, it hadn't, you dummy. The amendment may only relate back to the requirement rule of 15C are satisfied, including notice of the defendant the failure to name the proper party was due to a mistake. Prejudice, futility. Allowing further amendments at this stage, especially after the service window is closed. Yeah. With disciplinary motions pending would prejudice Lee and impose unnecessary delay. Like you're trying right now. The judge was pretty quick on his response to all your bullshit, wasn't he? No, we're not delaying it. We're just moving forward. Let's go. Plaintiffs did not show the claims against Cray related back to Rule 15C, nor have they provided a proposed amendment as required by local rules. See Wagner. Counsel for plaintiff, Randy Shockett. As defendant Lee listed in 58 in his service list, defendant Lee has not received this document via email or UPS. Mr. Shockett has 2 emails with which to contact defendant Lee has not used them. Choose them. In docket 63, counsel for plaintiff states certificate of good faith conference claiming to have conferred but unable to completely resolve issues presented in this motion as follows. Pursuant to Rule 7.1, I hereby certify that the counsel for this movement has conferred with all parties or non-parties who may be affected by the relief sought in this motion in a good faith effort to resolve the issues, and defendants Maskin and Help have no objections to the motion, but as to defendants Lee, Preston, Cook, and Hughes, the undersigned has been unable to resolve the issues. This information is false. Randy Shockett has not contacted defendant Lee to confer via email or USPS. Shame on him. But he says right here that he did. They've been unable to resolve the issues. Has not received any document related to this case from plaintiff's counsel. Defendant Lee respectfully requests that the court take... Wait, that makes no sense. So if you didn't receive anything, how are you responding? Thank you again, Deborah Baker. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Take no's only contact with Mr. Shock was response to Lee's inquiry about agreeing to motion to extend time, which Shockett just curiously declined. So he has had contact with you. Defendant Lee's believes his lack of communication is intentional. West Court and she is notified of all related court documents accordingly. You're aware of all court documents already. So, I mean, you're an idiot. Okay. Court should also be aware that concerning the attached court decision from Supreme Court of Arkansas. Be aware of Arkansas? What is Arkansas? Court decision from Supreme Court of Arkansas. The Florida Bar of Examiners has been alerted to the appearance. Florida, wait. You're talking about the Florida Bar of Examiners has been alerted to his bar application. Oh, wait, that wasn't that where Bubbles sent me an email and then decided to remove me from the email. That's interesting, isn't it? It's really interesting that he would remove me from the email where I responded to his bullshit. And I guess that's the best way of putting it, because it was complete bullshit. And you know it was complete bullshit, don't you, Bubbles? Yeah, why don't you say that this right here was presented by your good friend Ducey, which is also a defendant in this case, and it would not impact this case whatsoever, because there's no question that he is in good standing in the state of Florida. See, this is more of your polyflopping around like a fish out of water. For these reasons, and pursuant to the authority above, Lee respectfully requests the court deny plaintiff's motion for leave to amend complaint to substitute part. The alternate require plaintiffs to provide detailed explanation of proposed amended complaint and to clarify the amended is limited solely as substitution of Ray and not to introduce further changes. Well, you did get your answer. And of course, you certify a word limit and some sort of certificate of service has been furnished via email on the 16th day of June, 2025. Disrespectfully submitted by Cankle Twin number 1, Fleasa. Really? Well, you know what that means, as always, because I just can't resist. I just can't ever resist a good challenge.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Whiz, Nut.
An open letter to Fleasa when you LARP as a lawyer and you still get sued. Dear Fleasa, this isn't an opposition. This is your diary entry from the edge of a breakdown, stapled to a court docket and sent through Pacer like it was a fanfic submission. You filed what you apparently think is a legal brief, but it reads more like you just took a bath in Vomit's Substack comment section and dried it off with printouts of Lip's latest psychotic rant. Let's start with the obvious. You don't know the law. You made that painfully clear with every paragraph of this idiotic, rambling hallucination you dared to file in federal court. You filed a fever dream, not a pleading. You don't oppose a Rule 15 motion with a "he's mean" on YouTube. You don't defeat jurisdiction with Ray is an old man and has bad lungs. All you did was confirm that you have been colluding with Ray about the whole case. What an absolute fucking moron. I'm pissing myself laughing right now that you're trying to bring in information about Ray that only he would have told you, you complete and total imbecile. You have proven in your first attempt at filing what Jeremy Hales claims against you. You don't cite a 1998 disciplinary case about someone else's dental license and pretend it's relevant to whether you got served. You fucking imbecile. You don't even understand the rules that you're citing. What you filed on June 17th, 2025, well, it was actually June 16th, 2025, but it showed up on the 17th, is not a legal document. It's not even a good tantrum. It's a manifesto of delusion, poorly disguised as a pleading jam full of conspiracy, fantasy, irrelevant citations, and baseless smears. This isn't just a bad brief, it's a flaming diaper of incompetence hurled at the docket by someone who thinks YouTube subs equate to credibility in federal court. I am surprised you didn't throw John Crook under the bus again. Somehow, in your fucked up mind, this circus of a filing was going to what? Dismiss a properly served party because you don't like being sued? Let's be blunt. Your opposition to substituting John Doe with Raymond Bonebreak Jr. is a frantic effort to gaslight the court with irrelevant fucking fiction, wrapping your conspiracies of the First Amendment and launder the defamatory bile you and your anti-what-the-hell's cult have been spewing into something you can pretend is protected commentary. It's not. We see you. You began laughably, I mean very laughably, by declaring this case is about monetizing conflict. You should know. You have monetized lies, fueled hate, built your entire digital existence off of leeching off of Jeremy Hales' name. You're not opposing emotion, you're auditioning for sympathy while clinging to the last crumbs of attention your decaying channel can fucking muster. You're not the counterpoint, you are the content warning. Let's walk through this dumpster fire. Rule 15, dumbass, of civil procedure allows amendment freely with the court's permission when justice so requires. You pretend this is some kind of last-ditch ambush. It's not. It's standard. It's literally textbook civil procedure. Your argument that it's too late is laughable. Ray was already named John Doe and has already been served. All this motion does is update the caption. What you call conspiracy is just basic law. You screech about how Florida doesn't have personal jurisdiction over Rainbow Break because he's 80 and disabled, and that's not how anything works. You don't become immune to jurisdiction because your knees hurt. Ray entered the stream, participated in online attacks, and became part of the coordinated defamation campaign aimed directly at a Florida plaintiff and a Florida party. That's jurisdiction 101. And guess what? You made worse contacts with Florida than Ray. You live there. You've mistaken Jeremy, you've mistaken YouTube drama for legal argument. This isn't a defense, it's a deflection. Whether or not Jeremy Hales documents public legal proceedings is immaterial to whether he has legal claims. What actually on trial isn't his upload schedule. It's your campaign of coordinated defamatory attacks. The law doesn't exempt you from liability just because your lies come with a live stream link. You actually cited the deranged babble of legally lips as if it's some affidavit of truth. This is a woman who filed emergency writs in the Florida Supreme Court claiming ADA discrimination by the bar. She called for cleansing of government corruption, used the words revenge porn and AI profiling in the same sentence. Quoting her is like quoting a Wikipedia page written by a raccoon on meth. You've downgraded your credibility just by typing her name in there. Referencing legal lips as a sort of legal support is like citing a toddler with finger paint and referencing and your expert witness in a forgery case. Sorry. Oh, oh, oh. Lips is facing sanctions, dropping her own lawsuits, and admitted to bribing other parties for cooperation on stream. Citing her lawsuit is like stapling a crayon drawing to your opposition and yelling, "See, I told you." Your allegation that a motion to amend is a stall to avoid the anti-slap motion is really rich, considering your crew has filed more frivolous bullshit motions than a sovereign citizen convention. And let's be real, the only thing you're trying to avoid is accountability. That's why you're whining about YouTube creators being silenced, while simultaneously begging the court to ignore service of process. You cited exactly 0 binding precedent that supports your position. You did manage to squeeze in a 1998 Arkansas Supreme Court disciplinary opinion about Shockett's dental fraud, which has nothing to do with his license in Florida, in 2025, in this case, against you. You dragged it in because you've got nothing else, just a smear, and it's a lazy one at that. You claim Randy Shockett never attempted to confer with you. The email says otherwise. You contacted him, got a reply, and now you lied to the court into sworn filing. That's not a technicality, that's misrepresentation. Court doesn't need to guess who's telling the truth. The receipts are printed. Your credibility isn't in question. It's missing. It's gone. Poof, it's like flew over the cuckoo's nest. Not one relative case law citation to support your core position. Not one shred of legal precedent supporting the denial of Rule 15 amendment when the defendant has already been named, served, identified. Your opposition reads like a gossip column with a head injury. Paragraph after paragraph of irrelevant trauma, falsehoods, out of context smears meant to sway a YouTube audience, not a federal judge. Your opposition fixates on Jeremy Hale's YouTube content as if having an audience strip somewhat of legal protection. That's not a defense, it's a confession. You're admitting you knew exactly what you were doing, that you intended to join a public harassment campaign, and that your real grievance is not the lawsuit, and you're exposing yourself. Keep it up, stupid. This isn't your courtroom LARP where everyone claps when you say I object and cut to your intro graphic. This is a federal judge reviewing the conduct of you and your co-conspirators, one of whom is already under injunction, several of whom are on record calling for financial and physical harm to the plaintiff, and at least one who tried to buy a minor's audio file from their own grandchild. You're not the underdog. You're not being silenced. You're not clever, and you're definitely not legal savvy. You are a defendant in a federal civil conspiracy case, and this garbage fire of a filing just confirmed exactly why. You filed a motion that reads exactly like ChatGPT got hit in the head with a frying pan, bent over, and reamed in the ass. It's a mess of bad case law, no argument, and enough projection to light up a movie screen. You think that quoting vomit, lips, and paint chips makes you credible? It makes you the newest member of a rapidly crumbling cult of frauds. Now you're one. You've officially put your name on it. Yeah, you didn't file a defense. You filed an exhibit. Sincerely. Shizzy Wisnut. This artard in Velcro shoes, riding the short bus of federal justice straight through your fever dream, and I am definitely still dancing on your legal grave. What a dumbass.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Look at this. Look at this. You guys are all wonderful. Anyone in the judicial system dealing with this case deserves a bonus. Yes. Yes, I'm sure that they are very pleased to be dealing with this stuff right here. And all goers, we've got stars with another gifted membership for you.
Welcome to the shit
Oh
show.
yeah. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder dance.
Yes, we've got some good stuff for you today. Over again. An expert. Super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker, expert. You're so nice. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. This whole thing is. I can't believe how bad it is. Once I started reading this, I was completely blown away at the stupidity. You find yourself stupid even when I'm not online. That's a beautiful thing. That means I'm in your mind all the time. Thank you, Angie. So good to see you. I love it. Oh, Shizzy, is there any news about Levy Court tomorrow? Yes, there is. You really stirred up lips with your reply to her. It was glorious. Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. There's more. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate you. There is, yeah, there's more. We'll get into that in a bit. And yes, from what I understand is that it's being rescheduled. It is being rescheduled. Date has not been set yet, but it is not happening tomorrow. From what I understand is being rescheduled. But we'll see. It's a great deck. You've been looking. Have you been looking at my deck? Have you been looking at my deck? I will show you something. Let me. I will show you. Stop it. I'm trying to be serious. Stark died. Stark didn't die. Yeah, Lynn. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is about the crux of it all, isn't it? It's like they can't figure it out. They can't figure out. Again. Yeah. Again. Ugh is I guess the best way of putting it. That ugh. Yes. Again. Let me see if I've got it here. Yeah. I can say with all due certainty there is, and I'm not pulling it up because it has information on there. I haven't actually clipped it all out. I was very busy tonight. I didn't have time to fix this. But it says the order granting plaintiff's motion for continuance this cause is before the court upon notification from counsel for the plaintiff that he is unavailable due to a medical emergency. Is hereby ordered that the plaintiff's motion for continuance is granted. The hearing scheduled for June 18th, 2025 at 1:15 p.m. is canceled and will be reset by a separate order. Done and ordered today. And that's it. That's all there is. So there you go. There you go. And by the way, Radish, you received a mail to your mailbox. Of course, you probably didn't know. Oh my effing God. But if I did, I would scrub it. Well, because I know how much the next words that are going to come out of my mouth may not be really nice. So I'm going to have to prepare something for that. Yeah. It's going to be very, very interesting. So give me just a second while I pull this up. Give me a second while I pull this up. Shiver. There we go. And there is only one way. There's only one way to do this. Yep. I'm gonna have to share with you guys this very, very important, whenever I say very important piece of information. Now this is between all of us. I mean, you can't share this with everybody. So this is between you and I, chat. Very, very, very serious stuff here. Okay. I'm gonna be as serious as I possibly can. Okay. I think I'm about ready for this. All right. I don't know if you guys can handle it. Here we go.
If you're like me, you find it very hard to keep your dick dry. I left my dick unprotected and it was warped out of shape in no time. I could barely recognise my own dick. Imagine that. Then I discovered Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sealant. The best way to take care of your dick in 3 easy steps. First, wash your dick with soap and water. Then, wait for your dick to dry. Once your dick is clean and dry, paint your dick with Schaefer's dick sealant. I used to be too embarrassed to invite people over to see my dick. But now, my dick's the talk of the town. I even have pictures of my dick. Check out that dick. I'm going to send this to my secretary. Barbara always loves to receive my dick pics. After all, summertime is all about spending time on your dick. I'll often have 20 to 30 people on my dick at once. That can really wear your dick out, causing dick splinters and discoloration. But with Schaefer's dick sealant, my dick stays a nice golden brown colour. Who wouldn't want a golden dick? I used to never let children anywhere near my dick. My dick was too dangerous for kids to play on. But it seems like every kid in the neighbourhood's been on my dick this summer, and they've all had a good time. My dick's over 70 years old, but it looks brand new. That's part of the reason all my neighbours are jealous of my dick. Isn't that right, Jim?
Yes, you've got a nice dick, okay?
His wife is always on my dick, begging me to know the secret of my perfect dick. If you like Schaefer's dick sealant, check out Schaefer's New Zealand style cock. I had a huge hole in my dick, but I fixed it by jamming some cock in it. You'd be surprised how many things you can fix by jamming cock into them. Have an extra large hole in your dick? Try Schaefer's African style cock. Just go to your local home improvement store and ask for the big black cock. Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sealant. Don't put it on your penis. There's also a helpful number on the back. Hi, I've got a question about my dick. Schaefer's New Zealand style... Hey, get that squirrel off my dick. He knows he's not allowed to come on my dick. Right around the time I turned 40, my dick became soft and spongy, and I never used it anymore. My wife wouldn't even sit on my dick, and the neighbourhood kids would all point and laugh. But that was before I discovered Schaefer's New Zealand style dick hardener, from the makers of Schaefer's dick sealant. It keeps your dick nice and hard all year round in 3 simple steps. First, grab a neighbour to help you, because making your dick as hard as a rock can be a 2-man job. Then, rub the dick hardener into your dick, hard and fast. And when you get tired, take a break and watch your neighbour rub your dick. It's fun to watch someone else rub your dick. And finally, simply wait for your dick to get hard while you think about all the fun times you'll have this year on your rock-hard dick. I've rubbed my dick raw with other inferior products, but that won't happen with Schaefer's dick hardener, because Schaefer's is committed to your dick, and the people at headquarters do nothing but think about dicks all day long. In fact, Schaefer's now has an entire new line of products specifically formulated just for your dick. There's Schaefer's dick paint, for when you want to play around with having a different coloured dick. And if you want to get rid of your dick entirely and start from scratch, try Schaefer's dick remover. The unique acid formula will melt away your dick in no time. And if you don't think it'll work, ask me mum. She used to have a dick. Then she got rid of it when she met Dad. To be honest, I think Dad loved her more when she had a dick. It was enormous. Trust me, I've seen the photos.
Look.
But most importantly, be on the lookout for the world's first dick vacuum. Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sucker. Because why should you pay two guys you don't know to show up in a van and suck your dick for you? Now you can suck your own dick. All you want. Hey, why not make yourself some extra money and suck everyone in the neighborhood's dick while you're at it? So join us on social media and tweet us a picture of your dick using the hashtag #ShowUsYourDick. Oh look, we've already got some.
Show us your dicks, big and small. Here at Schaefer's we can take them all. A dick in the front, a dick in the rear. We've serviced dicks our entire career. Schaefer's, it's good for your wood.
Schaefer's New Zealand style dick hardener. It's like Viagra for your dick.
Oh.
I've shown my dick to people I work with hundreds of times, and they love it. Not just because I'm the boss. Hi, I'm Marty Schaefer, president of Schaefer's New Zealand style products, such as Dick Sealant, Dick Hardener, Dick Remover, and my personal favourite, the Dick Sucker. Until recently, we used to refer to those all-important office presentations as PowerPoints.
Oh, God.
But in today's office, dicks are on the tip of everyone's tongue. And that's why our latest product focuses on the many dicks you're exposed to at work. Schaefer's New Zealand style dick presentations. Guys, let's show them all the different dicks they can buy from us. Running a company can be challenging, and that's why I communicate to my clients and employees in the clearest way a man can in the corporate environment, with my dick. Oh, sorry. There for me, Barbara? Yeah. Even though we have all sorts of dicks, fast-paced dicks, flashy dicks, interactive dicks, inspirational dicks, persuasive dicks, and dicks just for the holidays, you can't just rock up to a meeting and whoop your dick out. Before I show my dick to anyone, I put it on the biggest screen I can find and then spend up to 2 hours poring over every detail of my enormous dick. That's the longest one at this office. Everyone's eyes widen when they first see it, but once they get their hands on the hard copy, they get the feel of my dick, and I like watching them do it. If your dick is boring, people can easily doze off because they've seen a dick like yours before. But with Schaefer's New Zealand-style dick presentations, you'll virtually slap them with your dick. Jim, wake up. What was I talking about?
Your dick?
Good, Jim. It's a good sign if Jim is following along. He's seen so many dicks, I'm convinced all he dreams of are dicks.
No more dicks. Get it out of my face. I've had enough.
Poor little guy. I've got to go now. I've done such a fantastic job presenting my dick around the office that I've got a meeting with the head of human resources. Hope it's a promotion. Kidding, I'm the president. I can do whatever I want. You wanted to see me, Kathy? Schaefer's New Zealand style dick presentations. Try our dicks. They're easy because they're not hard. Try our dicks. They're easy because they're not.
Oh, it's showing my own stream. That's funny. It's me. I'm showing me. That's hilarious. Oh, well, it is, it's that moment. It's the moment that I didn't want to do. I've been dreading this moment all day.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Whiz, Nut, Nut.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is an open letter to those who lit the fuse. And this is the moment that you should have turned back. You have made your decision. Not with the truth, not with accountability, but with desperation disguised as a strategy, with arrogance mistaken for power, with the kind of recklessness and obsession that drives people to pry open doors that they were never meant to touch. You reach past the words You reached past the arguments, past the veil, and you made it personal. Let's make something very, very clear. This has never been about YouTube. It was never just commentary, and it stopped being content the moment that you turned your obsession into a crusade. You weaponized fear. You leaned into intimidation. You whispered threats while pretending to uphold justice. You thought you could silence, smear, and scare your way to victory. All you did was awaken something far worse. You underestimated what happened when you push someone too far. Someone who isn't afraid of being exposed because they have nothing to hide, and who isn't bound by your need of approval, of fame, or control. You want to see behind the curtain. You want my name. You didn't realize is this. You never really want to know who I really am, because what you're going to find isn't a victim. It isn't a ghost. It isn't someone operating from fear. What's waiting behind my name is the thing that you're clawing to reveal. It's pressure tested. It's unflinching. It's not because I'm dangerous, because I don't break and I don't forget. You assume that unveiling my identity is going to give you some sort of leverage, but let me make it painfully goddamn clear. It will be the last mistake that you make. Right now, you've opened doors that you don't understand. You've stirred some embers you didn't know were still burning. And right now, you've put things into motion that cannot be undone. Not by an apology, not by a retreat, not even by silence. What comes next was born from your ego, fueled by your malice, carried forward by your belief that nothing could touch you. But now the fire that you lit is in your hands. I will not ask for permission before it burns through every lie that you've ever told, every mask you've ever worn, every layer of fraud you've carefully constructed to shield yourselves from accountability. You want control? You never had it. You want to keep my name out of this? Then you should have never come from my family. But you should have never whispered my name like it was your weapon, because it isn't your weapon. It's your countdown. You should pray, not metaphorically, not figuratively, pray that that curtain never gets pulled back, that John Doe stays just that, undefined, unmarked, untraceable. Because if you keep going with this, you keep scratching at that lock, and whatever comes next is yours. Not because I bring it, but because you invited it. You thought that this was content. You thought this was a spat. You thought you'd get your shots in and walk away as a martyr. What you're about to experience is exposure, not as punishment, but as a mirror that doesn't crack, it doesn't blink, and it doesn't forget. Everything you've hidden, every lie you've told, every game you've played under the guise of advocacy, activism, or law, all of it's coming out. Piece by piece, in order, with receipts, and there will be no turning back. You don't know what's tied to my name. You don't know what history lives behind it, but you're about to find out why you should have left it buried. And when it starts, when the silence breaks, and when the reckoning begins, I want you to remember something very clear. You did this. You crossed into a territory where words become witness, where every person you harmed becomes a voice, where every file you hoped no one would find becomes a spotlight, and where the monster you tried to summon from the dark is going to look back. This isn't vengeance. This isn't justice. This is gravity. Now you're going to fall. I'm not chasing you. I'm not filming you. I'm not even interested in you, but I will not stop the truth from rising. I will not protect the silence you thought would last forever, and I will not stand down when children are endangered by your recklessness. I do not want what's coming for you at all, but I'm not going to stand in its way. You wanted a name. You may still get it, but understand you will not walk away the same. You forced open this Pandora's box. You tipped the scale. And now the cost is about to reach your doorstep. Shizzy Wiznut, still John Doe, middle name Dill for now. And for your sake, you better just fucking hope it stays that way.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy Wiznut.
All right, everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful night. I think I got that off my chest. Now, where were we? I think it's time to say goodnight, everybody. And I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. I've got a bunch of things that are working in the background that, well, you'll find out soon enough. Everybody, I want you to have a good, wonderful evening. I want you to remember one wonderful thing. I enjoy each and every single one of you, and I thank you for coming by tonight. And I look forward to seeing what happens tomorrow, because it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful, sunshiny day where I am, or possibly slight thunderstorms, but it's going to be nice. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a good night. Peace.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're relevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, same obsession, same effing thing.